Sorry, I cameraed that badly. He's managed to dodge that quite nicely. I think I only killed one tank with that. So as he's done that, I'm just charging with my army, hopefully before he can siege up. Not quite quick enough. Tank's just absolutely blitzing my Marines. Many of them staying alive here, so despite really bossing that one up, I still killed about half of his tanks with my army. That trade-off was definitely in his favor, but yeah, I still managed to do that much damage. That's how effective Marines are in StarCraft 2. Even though you've got just pure Marines against pure tanks, which seems like an insane pairing. Marines should be destroyed very easily by tanks. He's managed to get the better of me quite easily there, and as you can see, Marines just moving in with stim, killing his tanks very easily. That's a blunder by him, so things are evened up now, and I can actually unsiege my tanks and move in, hopefully, and actually do some damage to his expansion. With troops showing up too, and that's another advantage of Marines, is that you can reinforce them and rebuild them much more quickly than tanks, because tanks generally you have to build them from one factory, one tech lab. You need a few different factories to mass produce them. Now, as predicted, I'm on several thousand Marines, so I've got to start really pumping them out of the barracks at this point, because I'm over 2,000 minerals. All that time I've been spending sort of trying to replenish supply depots and so forth. Now is the time to build a lot of Marines. So just pumping them out of the barracks now and spending them on minerals. So a little bit of macro going on there. Haven't left it too long this game, so my macro is improving. It's still shockingly bad, but at least I've got 2 expansions up now. One at the 3 o'clock, one at the island at the bottom right, if you guys didn't spot that. And he is back in action with his tanks. Hopefully I'll be able to starve him out this game and just keep him there before he can expand. He hasn't got any expansions around the map, as you can see. I have been scouting a little bit with my own comsat. I've got another cloaked ghost there to look around with if I need to. And just waiting for lots more Marines to come in, and then I can attack him again and hopefully do some damage. But he has, he's got some Helions, so they'll be quite effective against my Marines, especially if he upgrades them. He's now moving into to siege up and start hitting my tanks, and he's sending around a dropship to my expansion, so that's going to be annoying if he takes out that expansion at 3 o'clock. So I'm running out of minerals at my own main as well, looking for other places to expand now. And those Helions are really getting a bit close to combat. Moving with my Marines now. Unfortunately, this is not so good. Marines dying pretty quickly to those tanks, especially up on the wall there, but the Marines just, they're quite well upgraded, and I am surviving with them. Another 3 tanks sitting up on the cliff, trying to move in and do some damage, but he's got such a good position here, and the Helions on the ramp just killing them, and losing everything. I've only got Ghosts left. He's got the better high ground. He's got tanks sieged up. I've only got tanks in the low ground there, so having to pull back, even taking some hits from his missile silo. So I haven't really played that very well. I was just a bit aggressive there. I was good killing the tanks initially, but I was a bit too greedy. Tried to move in and win the game, but that caused me to pay the price. I've got starports now going up, and I've upgraded to a fusion core. Just desperate to spend my minerals, so I'm going for Battlecruisers. This will be the first game in which I've seriously tried out Battlecruisers in a serious situation. And because I've got a lot of gas, a lot of minerals, I think I might pay off, especially since he's gone for pure mechanical units. I may be able to get a decent amount of Battlecruisers, a battle group if you will, before he gets Thors. And as you can see, his little drop over here doing serious damage, taking up my expansion at the 2 o'clock position. Able to put pressure on my 3 o'clock expansion too. I have upgraded to a fortress there, but it won't be in range of his tank if he sieges up on that ledge. Now he's taking the 10 o'clock here, about time he got an expansion. I've got barracks here just trying to pump out some more Marines to spend the minerals. One of my starports has got a reactor, so I can't build Battlecruisers from that, but two starports at the moment. I'm pumping Battlecruisers. Hopefully I'll get some more on the run. I've got a big group out here which really needs to be heading over to 3 o'clock. For some reason I blundered here and didn't really send them over quickly to the 3 o'clock position to get rid of that drop. So that drop's doing damage there. For some reason maybe I thought that in the back of my mini-map the fortress was going to get rid of that attack for me. Building 2 more starports at my island expansion there. That's in order to actually get the Battlecruisers pumping out seriously. But he's on the offensive now. This is looking dangerous. He's got lots of Helions and lots of tanks. So that's going to be the end of my army out in the midfield, having to pull out here. There's no way I can take that many Helions and tanks all at once with my Marines. It's just got too much firepower there. So I'm going to have to pull back. In fact, this game is actually looking quite precarious. He's able to expand now to his 10 o'clock. He's got my main mineral expansion on the run. In fact, almost destroyed my planetary fortress, so having to heal it, repair it. Any attempt that I send over there to kill his tanks are easily shrugged off by his Helions. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do at this point. He's now moving with the bulk of his forces to totally crush this expansion as well, so things looking really good for him. He's got the tanks in range. He's got Hellions ready to wipe out any Marine army. So just loading up what Marines I have, only a few of them, into the dropships. I'm going to first take out the expansion, take out the drop over there on the high ground, and then hopefully move in. So I've got the SCVs desperately repairing the planetary fortress while it blows away the Hellions, but not quickly enough. In the meantime, getting rid of that little expansion there, and now the Marines can move down and try and attack those tanks. But looks to be desperate. My planetary fortress falling now, sieges up the tanks and easily able to wipe out my entire attack force of Marines there, so that was very bad. But finally the cavalry's arrived. I've got 2 battlecruisers. Feel like I'll need more than that before I engage him. I don't want to play my hand just yet, because as soon as he sees those battlecruisers, he's going to start to build some sort of counter unit, and battlecruisers are quite weak in low numbers as they were in StarCraft 1. But if I can attack when I've got lots of them, then I should be able to quickly, decisively wipe out his whole army and get right back into the game. He's moving over to the 10 o'clock with his expansion now with his command center, and lifting off his other one. I'm not sure where he's going with that. Oh, he's just landing it again. Probably just wants to use the comsat. But now is the time for me to move in with battlecruisers first, do the damage to the tanks and Hellions, and then move in with the rest of my army once his tanks have been destroyed. So pulling back first with the main force, sending the 2 battlecruisers forward, and have a look at this. Battlecruisers do quite a lot of damage to StarCraft 2, and they're so satisfying to use. Look at that! Listen to that sound effect. That is awesome. Just blasting them. As you can see there, tanks having to retreat. That gives me an opening to move out with the rest of my troops. 2 more battlecruisers on the run. That's what I was waiting for. So 4 of them out now. Building a 5th from that island one, and there's the other reactor up. So things looking good here. Able to get a small opening to move out. He's building what is it, turrets outside of his natural. I've got 4 battlecruisers there to stave off any Vikings he builds for now, but once he outnumbers the battlecruisers with Vikings about 3 to 1 or 4 to 1, should be easy for him, and battlecruisers easily able to destroy these turrets. Unfortunately taking some damage, so I think what you want to do here as a battlecruiser user is to move in with some SCVs to repair them. They don't have to worry about plague or anything these days, because those abilities don't exist, and this is not a TvZ, of course. But you want to repair them because you invested so much in them, and they take so long to build that it's better to keep them alive. And have a look at this. He's desperately moving out here and moving straight into a run with my battlecruisers and into range of my tanks here. So a massive fight breaking out. Moving with Marines as well. Battlecruisers just ripping into the tanks as much as possible, and a massive carnage ensuing here. Really, my opponent losing a lot of tanks in that engagement, and my Marines have taken out his expansion, picking up the Marines with those dropships, and now moving over to the island too to take that out. So my opponent's expansions have been shut down. He may be able to deal with my battlecruisers though, and he's landing a group of 2 tanks at my island expansion, so this game is becoming very close. I have expanded to the 1 o'clock position, he's expanding to the island at the top left, and now my battlecruisers in a lot of trouble because they're being attacked by Vikings. Really serious danger here, losing both of them in fact. So this is looking very bad indeed. Right before I can do any serious damage here. And looking to be a close game now because he's got the counter up for my battlecruisers. I've got 1 more retreating. I have got some Marines though, so killing this expansion. If I can get maybe my Marines back on ground with maybe a big lot of them, they can deal with his tanks perhaps. As long as the tanks aren't in large numbers, the Marines will win. But yeah, it's going to be tricky. 2 battlecruisers plus Marines plus dropships should be able to do it. Upgrading another planetary fortress at my island here to try and stave off these tanks. Of course, if the tanks stay out of range with their siege, there's nothing I can do there. And luckily for him, he managed to take out the starports before the battlecruisers showed up. And moving in here to my expansion, he's got 5 Vikings up. So 2 battlecruisers versus 5 Vikings. How's it going to go? Battlecruisers already have shot 1 of them down. 1 battlecruiser very low in health, but it's now 1 battlecruiser versus 2 Vikings. It's now 1 battlecruiser versus 1 Viking. He doesn't have any other Vikings left. I believe he's out of resources at this stage. And with 1 Viking down, 1 battlecruiser left, 1 battlecruiser is going to mop up all those tanks, and that's a GG. Well, in fact, he left without saying GG, so very close game. Really a pleasure to show you this game, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. A TvD like I have never